Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Go Ranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Nityananda. What a great name you got there, guys and gals. Very auspicious. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Go Ranga Nityananda. Let's try some other Afro beats here.
Damn, you made this.
Damn, this is a sick beat, man. Damn. Damn. You don't chant this name, you're gonna be damned to Maya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Enough of this frivolous chanting, Hare Krishna.
Thanks for using.
We can't be so. It's not the idea to be so happy. It's not about chanting and ecstasy and any of that. It's about knowledge. So let's get into it. Let's read some of Prabhupada's lectures. Actually, an idea came to me. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so. So let's see here. Okay, so let's go into a lecture from Srila Prabhupada. Let's have some fun too. That's what I like about devotional service, variety. There's so many nice varieties of Krishna, so many flavors. So we'll go to the lectures. Where are they? Actually, let's look at a letter. Let's read a letter or two. Let's see. Letter to Pujava Kesava Maharaj. Let's see. Extract. Not that one. Letter to a devotee. Let's see. Letter to a devotee. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's so many years. Okay, so let's try a letter to a devotee in 1977. Letter to Madhuvisia. Yeah, let's go to a lecture here. Okay, back. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Transcripts. Okay, we'll go to let's go to a Chaitanya Charitamrita transcript. Let's see, filter by type. Okay. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhya Lila 20. Let's try that one here. Okay. Not that one. Let's try that one here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, here we go. All right. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya 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 Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta. It's almost like you can feel them right here. Whoa, so close, almost can taste them. Maybe that's what it's all about. So let's hear what Prabhupada has to glorify about the Lord, man. Let's bring Prabhupada here from 1977 here to 2021. Okay, and then we'll discuss. Okay. All right, where are we? Okay, here we go. So this is from the verse. Let's hear it from his voice here. All right, it's awesome. Now we'll read the verse here. Actually, maybe let him read it.
Therefore, it is advised that our fearfulness.
Oh, okay. He just goes right into it. Okay. All right. So the verse is Madhya Lila, chapter 20, verse number 119. When the living entity is attracted to the material energy, which is separate from Krishna, he is overpowered by fear. Because he is separated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the material energy. You notice? Isn't that interesting? Isn't this so relevant to what's going on now? See? And this is proof. Anybody wants proof that you're separated from God is how much fear are you in? See, when we're separated from Krishna, now who is Krishna? You don't know. This is the problem. Who is Krishna? You know, people don't know that clearly. See, so even that verse, when one is separated by Krishna, one experiences fear. So people can just ask themselves, okay, so am I in fear? Say I'm following religion. I'm doing all the rules and the regulations of religion as a Muslim, as a Christian, or as a Vaishnava. And I'm still fearful. What's that saying? I'm more or less still cut off from Krishna. Well, I don't know, Krishna. I thought if I follow these rules and regulations and mandates and ceremonies and fasts, I wouldn't be cut off from Krishna. Well, you still don't know who Krishna is. That's the problem. If people can solve this problem, they solve the fear problem. People don't know. See, they're listening to promoters of fear still. Matter of fact, in religion, it's still a promotion of fear. If you don't follow these rules and regulations and mandates, you're going to go to hell. So you're afraid. You know, you're listening to that word, right? See, remember, God is the Word. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. Is God, will always be God. But who is your God? What word are you listening to? See, that's the question. Because that's your God. Does that God inspire fear when you listen to them? See, this is why the world is like it is, why it's being destroyed. Because people are listening to their fearful leaders. See? They're listening to fearful leaders and becoming in fear. Because their word they're listening to is one that inspires fear. Why? Because it's cut off from the God, the true God, Krishna, Ram, Lord Chaitanya, Krishna, Jesus Christ. Say Christ. See, people don't know who is Christ. You can be who is Allah? Who is Christ? Who is Krishna? See, only the real spiritual master or real associate of the Lord knows that and how to point people to meditate on that real Krishna, because Krishna is beyond the rule. He is not subject to any rules or regulations and everything. That Lord. See, we bring people to that level. That's where fear is gone. Because now you're not separated from Krishna anymore. See, Krishna is, they use the word Satchidananda. He has an eternal form. We have eternal form. We're spirit also. We have a relationship with that eternal form. Oh, and that form is full of bliss. Yeah. Where do you see that bliss? What temple do you see it? You ever go to churches and you see, where's the spirit, man? It looks dead. I see many Vaishnava temples like that. You go in there and all I hear is loud ringing of bells and bah, 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 bang, bang, bang. That's not Krishna, not the real Krishna, not the eternal Krishna. That's a bang, bang Krishna. This is the whole thing. The whole world is going to heaven or hell or purgatory or into animal life because they don't know who and what Krishna is, to connect and commune and stay in connection and communication. This is the problem. See, cut off. See, who talks about these things? Isn't that funny? Prabhupada said, "Oh yeah, this is postgraduate. Hey, this verse I'm reading is postgraduate." Okay. So, but just follow these rules for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Maybe you'll get a teacher someday who'll teach you who Krishna really is and how not to be cut off from the material energy, from the spiritual energy. So funny, man. It's so freaking easy. All you have to do is come here and you're immediately connected to the spiritual energy. You immediately see it. You may not recognize it fully or even accept it fully, but you're in contact with it because it is here. Conclusive, clear, logical understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is here. His ecstatic bliss is here. You see it, even though you don't quite get it. But you will. Just come get it. Keep getting darshan, man. This is better. This is why the Lord says, Krishna says, my devotees of your caliber, that's the ecstatic ones who chant the holy name in ecstasy, which most devotees don't know or accept if they see it. Those devotees who chant like that are virtual places of pilgrimage. They purify holy places. Because, why? Logical, just clear logic. Yeah, very clear. You go to the holy place and you don't see that kind of ecstasy. All you see are people dumping their sins and following lots of rules and regulations. You notice? Go to the temples. I go to Mayapur and Vrindavan. Lots of loudspeakers. You know, we come to our temple because we're yelling. We're aggressive. Bang, 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 bang. Until your ears hurt. How can anybody really meditate on the real Krishna? This was my experience. Yeah. And people think, well, that's Krishna. Bang, bang, bang. Well, that's your Krishna. That ain't my Krishna. Yeah. So they got a supplement. See, you know, like take vitamin supplement. Well, we don't have the real Krishna, so we got to supplement it with the bang, bang, bang. You know, loudspeakers, blah. Here's God. You know how many people told me they ran out of Vrindavan? They said they go to Vrindavan to find, to visit, and they say all these loudspeakers, Mayapur also. But the Vaishnavas, they go there and think, oh, this is Krishna, because that's what they show. They don't, why don't you, it'd be nice and refreshing if somebody would show, hey, man, this is a real Krishna. He's very ecstatic, very playful, very conclusive, very clear, very logical. Wouldn't that be refreshing, man? Now you're getting to know the real God, and your fear will start to go just by seeing people like that. Unless you're actually what do you call, a demon, and then you see the devotees in that, and then you get very fearful. Oh my God, they're going to take over. Oh, this person, he's gonna compete with me as Guru Dev. There's no competition, man. No competition. You can't compete with Krishna. He's the deal, man. His devotee, that's the real deal, man. People, you don't get out of this material world until you're associating with Krishna's real servant, who give you the real Krishna. And how do you know? Well, you go and hang out with them and you'll be free of fear. But you go hang out with these guys, you're so afraid you want to go get that injection. They're even promoting it. They're in such fear. Look at these are your leaders, man. No wonder people stay in Maya. They got the wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay? Fear is the business. Yes. Great, interesting statement. Fear is the business of Maya, and that goes in religion. You notice? You know how many pani and noodles, they were in ISKCON, and they were in fear. They were in like guilt, shame. I'm so ashamed. I can't chant my rounds. I can't. They're worshiping because of fear and guilt and shame. See? So that's what you get in religion. That's why eventually, when you get some intelligence, you can begin there. But if you're progressive, you'll go to the devotees, and then your guilt, fear, and shame go away, because you get darshan of the real God. You're just by seeing them, especially when you develop some faith in them, you see, wow, this person is bringing forth the spiritual potency, and my God is taking away my fear. Wow, my problems, difficulties. Oh, my mind is more at peace. Okay? That's the way it's supposed to be when the Krishna spiritual energy is activated in this world. It's supposed to be like that. It does. It's like that. But people are usually entranced by Maya. See, in the Dhammayic trance, they're meditating on Maya, in trance on Maya, and therefore fear is there still, because you're cut off from the real Krishna. It's that simple. Want to get out of fear? Come over here. We'll teach you the ins and outs of staying connected with the transcendental Lord more and more and more, till it becomes a lifestyle, till it becomes a reality in your life. You live that way, and it's part of your routine of eating, sleeping, mating. You also have to feel Krishna's transcendental presence living in and around you. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Well, that's what we do here. That's our program. Amy says, yes, tell me more, tell me more. Sounds like a song. Am I lying? Am I exaggerating? Or is that becoming the experience of some devotees here? The more you come, the more that's why I come, man, every day, man. I cannot live without a day with this association that comes, It's like, I feel like I have appointments during the day here, and these are the priorities, these appointments. And because when I come, the Lord comes. And it's very important to have this meeting. These meetings are very important. It makes the life go round. It makes everything work. It's the grease. It's the currency. It makes this the currency of happiness in this world, man. Living, can you imagine? I can't imagine living out without experiencing the transcendental potency and manifestation of Krishna and Radha. I could not imagine it. I would take one of these guns and I would go. Luckily, they come every day and save my life. They are faithful. You know, the Christians say the Lord is faithful. Yeah, Radha and Krishna, the faithful, man. If you're faithful, they're faithful. If you like their devotees and associate with them, they will like you. They will accept you. But as soon as you reject sadhu sangha, we're not going to stay around. No, we like to be with our devotees. And you decided you don't want to be with them anymore? Well, hey, man, we're going to withdraw our mercy and our presence from you. I've seen this again and again and again. See, that's too bad for you guys, man. That's the lesson. You'll see. Yeah. So let's see what else Prabhupada says. So when the living entity is attracted to the material energy, which is separate from Krishna, he is overpowered by fear because he is separated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the material energy. So you see, people, they're in fear, and often they don't know why. If anybody comes here and learns here, we'll teach you why you're in fear. We'll teach you because the Lord teaches us in the scriptures and by revelation. Man, I tell you, this teaching is top notch. This is clear stuff. This is logic that'll convince even a retard. You'll find out why you're in fear. People don't know. Why are you in fear? They don't know. You know, the world, they're watching mainstream. What they're doing, these guys are doing this. We're going to give 3 or 4 narratives today and put people in fear and anxiety, and they will line up for that. They will line up to buy our masking devices. And we'll show how stupid they are, but we'll put 3 layers in there. Say you got to have a 3-layer mask. See, and people don't know. Why am I in fear? Why am I in anxiety? Why do I want to take pills, Ben? Why do I feel confused? Why? Don't know why. And I'm telling you, come here. We'll teach you why and how to get above that. Forever. Really. Truly. Honestly. Ask the witnesses. They're getting above it. We'll put your hand into the hand of that transcendental Lord, and your fear will go forever. Because you won't let go. He won't let go. He, she will not let go. And you don't let go because you don't want to let go, man. Once you get free of fear, man, you hold on tight, man. Squeeze that hand. You'll know what the transcendental hand of the Lord is and that blessing. It's transcendental. It's not material, man. But the Lord will awaken your spiritual senses, man. And then you'll know where that Lord is. He's always been very close, but you couldn't see. You come here, we'll open those eyes. And we'll do miracles like better than Jesus, actually. If that's all he did, but I think he did more. If that's all he did was open physical eyes, we'll do more. Actually, what he did was open spiritual eyes. See? We do here. See? Open your spiritual eye. Open that spiritual tongue. See? Open that spiritual mouth, glorifying the absolute truth like people in the spiritual world do. Our kingdom is not of this world. It's of the spiritual dimension of consciousness. See, this is the door here. You can access it. You know, you want to go somewhere, they have a door, right? You go through the door and you go into the palace. See? That door is the glorification of the truth as it is. That's the chit potency. See, the door is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. The Sat is the eternal form of the devotee. See, speaking the Chit, the true knowledge of God, the essence. And the Ananda, that's what you see here every day, man. Ooh, is she inspiring? It's a she. I didn't want to reveal. This is a patriarchal system. It's all about the man. But actually, the true power is Radha. Bhakti, devotion. See, that's the door, Satchidananda. That's what Jesus meant. When he said, Peter, when Philip, he's still a little stupid. He didn't have the spiritual potency yet. Jesus said, you know the way. It was a lead on to preach the truth, lead in. Philip, where's the way? Where's the way? You're leaving us, Jesus. Where's the way? I'm the way. See, Satchidananda, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Same thing. See, Son is the awakened spiritual body of the devotee. Now you're a real devotee, man. Not just a wannabe, not just a boss, a semblance of a devotee. No, you're real now. You got substance. Your spiritual body's awakened. Ooh, the Ananda comes through that body. See, the sun's very important because the sun's going to radiate the chit, the real knowledge, and the Ananda. See, you need the sun, man. You see, literally, the sun, brightness, conclusive understanding, the real truth now manifested in this world. Hurrah! Hallelujah! Jai! Whatever glorification you want to use. That's it. Janaki, here's my life. Without you and this Sangha, nothing is worth living for. I agree, man. Yeah. Hey, especially, I'm addicted to this, man. This is too good, man. This is too real. Too much substance. This makes the spiritual world manifest in this world, and that's the only thing that's real and important. Everybody else is going around in Maya, in Disneyland. You ever been in Disneyland? Everybody goes to this ride and that ride. And Maya says, I have a lot of rides for you guys, man. Go on this ride. They're going around. They're riding down the tubes, and going into this park and this water park and this the people are jumping off planes. See, they're trying to get some connection, they're connecting with Maya. Maya says, yeah, do this activity, that activity, all mundane, all material, all a wasting your time, more or less. And your spiritual body is wasting away out of neglect. It's like in mothballs. You ever seen clothes in mothballs? They just, it haven't been used. That's right. Don't let go. He won't let go as long as you got it. See, it's a twosome, man. He's holding on. You hold on. But as soon as you let go, well, if you're really a little bit advanced, he'll pull you back by the hair. You'll see. A lot of these devotees who got a good taste, he's going to pull them back by the hair, hopefully. Okay. What else? So his conception of life is reversed. In other words, instead of being Krishna's eternal servant, he becomes Krishna's competitor. See, and that's how you know. That's why you got to meet the real devotee, and in this way you can abandon religion. Because the religious persons, if you've noticed, the leaders are competitive. Most of them are unless they have special mercy. Most of the religious leaders are competitive with Krishna's servant. That's how you know they're competitive with Krishna. Otherwise, you don't know. They're going around, oh yeah, we love Krishna. Oh yeah, Krishna's our thing and everything. But then you don't know because they say they're with Krishna and it looks like they are. They're dressed for success and they got the big titles and everything. But you don't see. But as soon as the Lord sends his rep, it sends his Jesus, man. Sends Jesus's real followers, or Lord Chaitanya comes, or his real followers like Nityananda and others. You know, they're the servants of Nityananda. See, as soon as they manifest in this world, now you find out who those leaders are, who they're really competitive with Krishna. See, they and their chance is that association. You know, St. Paul was competitive with God, with, you could say, with Krishna. He was competitive with Christ. See, he saw these Christians are in competition with us Pharisees. We got to take them down. See, we got to conquer them. See, they're these Christians are in competitive with us. See, so the real servants show who's really competitive. And he got purified by, he was always thinking about, getting rid of those Christians. Day and night he was thinking, and he eventually became a saint by that meditation. Okay? He became purified by that meditation, just like Kamsa was purified by thinking of Krishna day and night. Even in hatred and anger, he got purified. Of course, that's not our way usually. Here we think of Krishna favorably. But you got to know the full range of how the Lord delivers people. That's actually mercy. Thank God. That many people have attained the Lord by being adverse to the Lord. Look at Jagai and Madai. They attained the Lord by being purified and being connected by their meditation by hating the Lord, hating Nityananda. They got purified. 6:0 about lukewarm. Yeah, see, the lukewarm, they don't make it. So, Tom, I need a reader or somebody. Anybody want to read? I'm going to put this in the private chat. This is the link. Ooh, it looks like it's going to work too. So you want to read, Tom? Anybody? How about you, Amy? Why don't you come on here and read for me? Oh, here we go. You can come on anyway if you want. Okay, in the private chat and click on the link. Yeah, and this reversal is quite interesting because, see, the conception of life is reversed. Instead of being Krishna's servant, he's Krishna's competitor, competing with the spiritual energy. But we also, you notice we have something going along on those lines in the good and evil fight. The evil is promoting things that are actually they're the evil. Okay, see, the people that have some intelligence, they're seeing that evil now and things that are actually wrong are promoted as morally right. You notice that, Tom? Things that are actually morally wrong promoted as right. Then that's kind of interesting. It's really it's like, wow, that's really true. That's so Pete. So that's how you know the modes of ignorance or passion and ignorance is stronger now, because many people are believing, the masses are believing that, and the fewer are saying, what is going on here? There's some kind of, they're not, believing it. But that's part of the Lord's plan of actually how people gradually get elevated too. Because gradually, after a while, when you do the wrong thing and the result is very bad, you learn, right? You think, oh man, you said this was right to do, and I followed this, and you know how many, for example, this thing, I won't use the word, okay? You get, people are getting this, and then I see the reports of the adverse reactions, okay? And the lady said, oh, I was told by my authorities that this was going to be good for me, and I did this in my whole life. One lady just got her arms and her legs amputated from that. She got the blood clotting so bad that they had to cut her arm. Well, they cut her legs off, and now they're going to go for the arms. And they were, and what are those who are actually in passion and ignorance doing? They're saying, you can look even on Facebook, oh, the CDC says this is actually safe, right? And effective. Do you know, you read those things after everything, right? And then you do that, and some people have horrible experiences. So what is it? You believe the authority, and the authority ends up being wrong, teaching the wrong thing. See, so that's just on the level of goodness and passion and ignorance fighting. See? And of course, those who see through that, they say, hey, don't believe that because this is really not good for you. So we got that competition on that level. Now, we got a competition here, the spiritual level competition, and that's for both sides. Demigods, good people or bad people, can compete, may have a competitive mentality with a real devotee. Now, those who don't have the special mercy of the Lord. See, those are the ones who come, and they're favorable. They're truly humble because they say, "Oh, I'm suffered enough. You say you have what do you call, some good news for me, something that's going to work. Yeah, we got this medicine. It'll work." Everybody else is saying, they say the shot will work. They say this will work, that will work. I'm saying this will work. This works really good for everybody. Anybody can take this. Take to the association of real devotees who have real devotion, who know this Supreme Lord in truth, beyond good and evil, beyond the good and evil stuff. See, this is the garden. We're preaching garden mentality. See, the Garden of Eden is here. See, the world of bliss and intimacy and closeness with God is accessible here. That's pretty practical, isn't it? Vrindavan or Garden of Eden, it's the same. Intimacy with the God, Lord. That is the greatest treasure, man. That's the gold. Go ahead, Tom, read.
Read from where?
Did I send you the link?
I don't see any link.
Okay, look in the private chat. Do you see the link for the private chat? Yeah, see.
I don't see any private.
You sure?
Message.
Because yeah, private, says private chat. So maybe
here in Restream. Okay.
Yeah, Restream. Yeah, Restream.
No, it's not there. Maybe
Okay.
you said before I came in.
Here, I'll put it in the regular chat. See if you can show it up. If it shows up somehow. Oh yeah, here it's in the Restream IO. See, does anything show up there in the regular chat? It's a database link.
Okay, I have to copy from Facebook.
Okay, I can put it on the Facebook one too. I'll have to put it there. Here, I'll put it on Facebook. Okay, it's on there whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, moment. Krishna. Okay, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila,
Yeah.
and Prabhupada. Okay, I start in the top.
Yes.
When the living entity is attracted by the material energy, which is separate from Krishna, he is overpowered by fear. Because he is separated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the material energy. His conception of life is reversed. In other words, instead of being the eternal servant of Krishna, he becomes Krishna's competitor. This is called Viparyayu Smriti. To nullify this mistake, one who has actually learned and advanced worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead as his spiritual master, worshipful deity and source of life. He thus worships the Lord by the process of unalloyed devotional service.
See, that's why this whole teaching is about that, actually. When you get a bona fide spiritual master, that's like you see, this person actually is the real deal. They're the devotee Bhagavat. I can see that. See, this is not a blind belief thing. You become rock solid because the truth is so more truthful than any truth you've ever heard or seen or perceived in your life. You see, if you're intelligent and you look, is this guy a real guru or this gal a real guru? Are they a devotee Bhagavat? See, because if they are a via medium for the Lord. This person, this is my Lord accepts this person as good as himself. See? So when you get that kind of rock solid clarity and faith and understanding, boom, boom, unalloyed devotional service. See, those who fall off the path, they're the ones who you see, they're still striving to understand. And so they don't worship like that. They get a little something, little energy, little ecstasy. See, and then they start to get their own opinions, and that differs from the real guru's opinion. See, and then they go off on their own. See, they fell off the path. They fell off the horse. See, some lifetime you're going to get a bona fide spiritual master. You're going to be delivered fully. See, and then you're following the book Bhagavat by your own example. You got to have that kind of situation. See, that situation is here. You say, yeah, Krishna, God has come as my guru. So check it out. I mean, does your guru have those symptoms that the Lord has accepted their body now? Has awakened their spiritual body? Do you see the bliss of God manifesting through them? Do you see the conclusiveness of these scriptures manifested through them? Well, there you go. If you do, good luck for you. That's the good news. So you work on developing faith in this situation, and very easily you're delivered. See, now you're worshiping the Lord according to unalloyed devotional service. And these bullshitters, and even the ones that come here and they're bullshitting right now, they come and say, I don't need you. I don't need guru anymore. I'll just me and Krishna together. No, that's not it. It's like this. It's like this verse. See? This is how you understand the path. You got to be the path. You got to be a real disciple. You got to worship like that. You got to get a real guru. And so this is all practice. This thing they're doing with these gurus is all practice. I haven't seen one of them that could manifest the devotional ecstasy of God. The transcendental Lord, the laughing, the crying, the choking up, and when they're worshiping the Lord's name, I haven't seen one. And I don't accept no shows. We don't show this. It's too confidential. Well, how does anybody know you're not bullshitting? Maya's always bullshitting everybody. Why should I have faith in blind belief? I'm not coming to Krishna consciousness for blind belief. Are you there? Don't you want to know, Tom? You want to know the truth, or you want to just blindly believe the bullshitters? or could be bullshitting. You know, if you're ready to be delivered, you're going to see a Lord Chaitanya type coming here. They're going to show you God, showing you Ananda in this world, and speaking to you truth that is so clear and so logical, like a Thor's hammer, and smashes all kinds of illusions. That's what we need to see. Go ahead, Tom. What do you want to say?
Yeah, what I feel is it's very personal, individual. If we could become deviated from things, sometimes it's not a big thing. We just investigate some things and then we come back. But other persons, it can be very a big distance. So for every person, it's a different specific way to come back.
Yeah.
And for some persons, it can be a small gap and a small step to come back, and for others, a huge big offense or fence they have to climb again.
Yeah. But I'm still going to preach this way. I'm going to preach the truth. Whether I know that. I know that these things are, that people come, but still we got to hold the standard, the stand and say, well, amen, this is what you did. Whether you see it or not, it may be helpful for people. No, it will be helpful for those devotees wanting to get clear on all these little details. Yeah. Go ahead there, Tom. Read on. Read the purport now.
Okay. Purport. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 11:2-37. It is an instruction given by Ravi Rishi, one of the 9 saintly personalities called the 9 Yogendras. When Vasudeva, Krishna's father, asked Devarshi Narad in Dwaraka about devotional service, it was mentioned that previously King Nimi, who was the king of Videha, was instructed by the 9 Yogendras. When Sri Narada Muni discoursed on Bhagavad Dharma devotional service, he indicated how a conditioned soul can be liberated by engaging in the loving transcendental service of the Lord. The Lord is the super soul, spiritual master, and worshipable deity of all conditioned souls.
Yeah, and you got to get the real spiritual master. Otherwise, it's all practice. It's all still your idol worshiping. You're more or less idling your time away, especially now. I'm here to preach really like, hey man, solid rock, solid truth. Otherwise this is all, how much time do you want to waste? Anyway, the real deal is here. You want to waste time. How much practice do you need before? Okay, is anybody ready to get off the bench? You ready to play ball? You want to get in the game of winning souls back to the kingdom of God, taking them out of the bleachers over there in Maya. They're all sitting down, waiting, watching the game, but not seeing the game. See, we grab these people off the bleachers and put them in the game, give them a position. Ready to get off the bleachers, watching the game, and you're seeing but not seeing. You're just sitting there idling. Or are you ready to get, sitting in the dugout, watching these gurus, pretending they're playing the game, the real game. They're not even on the field yet. They can't even catch a grounder. You ever see this is baseball. You ever see these people? They miss the ground. These guys, they're in the minor leagues. This is Major League Baseball, man. Here, we take people out of the bleachers and throw them in the game. Give them a position. Read this, Tom.
I want to learn the easy way, not the hard way. The hard way takes too much time and is painful.
Well, you don't want to be an idol worshiper? Idol, you can worship idols. Worship those who haven't realized, they're not real representative of Radha and Krishna Vrindavan. They don't have the signs and the symptoms. They're not Satchidananda manifestation in this world, man. If you want to waste your time more or less, well, continue on worshiping people that have not realized God. If you're ready to become a little bit logical and a little intelligent, come here and we'll show you how easy it is to become intelligent. All you have to do is hear the facts of life. Hear the truth, and the truth will set you free. We're here to free the captives, man. The real guru is that verse that Jesus read. I've been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord. That's an ananda. That's the real ecstatic worship, man. The ones that the no-showers can't show you that because they ain't got it. See? I've been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord. That's the loving, ecstatic worship in this verse Prabhupada's talking about. That Maharaj Nimi that heard from those Yogendras. I've been anointed by that special spirit. It's very pure, very purifying. It's the only purifying influence in this world to free the captives. Who's that? That's religion, man. That's these gurus and their followers. We're here to free them. We're here to free those who are captive by Bill Gates and Fauci's and Trump's and Biden's, all of them. And Jaipatakas and Radhanas and all of that. Hey, man, are you a real devotee from Vrindavan? Let us see it. Otherwise, I'm calling your bluff, man. I think you got a pair of deuces. Let's see you beat this straight flush. Come on, no time to waste. People are going to hell. What do you think, Karuna? Okay, he'll write. Read this, Tom.
Love your baseball reference. I played baseball on the boys' league as a kid.
See, now you didn't lose anything. You're in major leagues. Read this.
It's a purification process. Everyone goes through. We are all unique and different, coming from different lifetime and karma from those.
That's right. Still, we're going to preach the real standard, man. Read this.
Guru is vitality necessary.
You got to have energy, man. Vitality. You don't know the life you get. What do you think Jesus meant when he said, I have life and I can give it to you abundantly? That's Guru. They awaken that floodgate. They have life, the life of truth, the life of ecstasy. Ecstatic. They have the life of God. That's the life of God. You want to know who Krishna is? You want to know who Christ is? When he's one ecstatic personality, full of life and vitality of truth, man. You want to know who's Maya? Who's a servant of Maya? Look at the weaklings out here. Look at those attached to billions of dollars and that spend their all lives making money, winning and making you lose. That's Maya. They win, you lose, you become a slave. Hunger Games society. What do you want? You have a choice. Did you want to say what? What?
Yeah, it's actually very easy these days to make money.
Yeah, especially they want that. That's Maya making it very easy.
Yeah. And she's done a very good job. You just invest a couple of pounds, and within days you see your investment grow, and you can put it all on a virtual Visa card, and we don't have to deal with fiat currency. It's quite amazing. Bitcoin rules.
Yeah, but you got to spend a lot of time doing that too. And you can lose it all too. So anyway, you never know. All right, so go ahead, read some more there, Tom.
Okay. Not only is Krishna the supreme merciful deity for all living entities, but he is also the Guru, or Chaitya Guru, the super soul who always gives the living entity good counsel. Unfortunately, the living entities neglects the Supreme Personal's instructions. He thus identifies with the material energy and is consequently overpowered by a kind of fear, resulting from accepting himself as the material body and considering paraphernalia related to the material body to be his property. That's about identification. Yeah. All types of fruitive results actually come from the spirit soul. All types of fruitive results actually come from the spirit soul. But because he has forgotten his real duty, he is embarrassed by many material consequences, such as fear and attachment.
Yeah, you see, that's when that's all in all for the devotee. See, that's all in all. It's like all my time is into this the material potency that's coming and going, always changing. People meditate all day long on this stuff, all day long. Everything, they just meditate on what changes. It's not surprising why they're unhappy. It's not surprising why they're agitated. Why it's not surprising why they're in fear. It's the same thing. Nobody can get out of this. And this is a message to you, the 1%, the elites, whatever you want, Illuminati. This is a message for you guys too. You think you know more, but you don't. That's why you're in fear. You're afraid there's too many of us and you got to reduce the population. This is all that fear that you got and that you instill in others, that vibration of fear. Everybody stays in fear. Nobody can get out of it. Always afraid. See, but they're not afraid of the wrong thing. See, they're not afraid of God. See, they're not afraid of, they are afraid of God, actually. They are afraid of God. But they're not afraid of doing sinful things. See, not afraid of that. They think, oh no, just let go and do that. And but they're always afraid, underlying all that. They know something's wrong, but they don't know how to get it. Everybody. That's what fear is all about, man. You know something's wrong, but you don't know what is exactly wrong. That's why you need to find those who have the shelter of the spiritual potency. Then all of it's revealed. Oh, this is what's wrong. Oh, I've been listening to this word that has instilled fear in me because these persons are serving the illusory potency. They're serving the one eyes, the hypocritical eye. The liars, the cheaters, the wolves in sheep's clothing. See, the Illuminati types. See, they say, oh, they listen to my word, and you feel, why do I feel afraid? You don't know why, because you've been tricked, you've been lied to, you've been deceived by the Lord's Maya. You come here, you get free of that so easily. Are you ready to be free? He's so wonderful, man. It's so great to know the truth. The truth will set you free. Just go on listening. That's why I go on listening, man. I go on speaking. I go on listening. I listen to these things. Chanting, go on chanting the Lord's name, and everything gets better. Everything gets healed. Read this here, Tom.
A friend of mine sent me a class of Jayapataka Maharaj, and I told him I only listen to your classes. I mean, I feel sorry for Jayapataka Maharaj because of his situation, but I only want to hear conclusive truth.
Yeah, you get attached to truth. You don't like to, you become on the same page with the Lord and his real devotees. That's what you're going to get here. You're going to be just like, Swarab Damodar was Lord Chaitanya said, listen, I don't want to hear any speculation. It bothers me. I don't like even these persons. They're beginning devotees, but they think they know all about Krishna, and they could be leaders and gurus and all that, but they are not conclusive. So, hey, you correct everything they say and then present it to me. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it. I get angry. He got angry when he would hear this bullshit. So, see, when I hear stuff like this, when you say that, this lady's making advancement. She's listening well. Because when you listen well, you get a higher taste, and you don't want to hear the speculation. You don't want to hear these gurus speaking all day long about, rules, regulations, and all their little material motivated stuff peppered in there and all that stuff. No, you get addicted to straight out truth. No diluted, no sugar in it. With all these false sweeteners, artificial sweeteners, and all that stuff. He's like, hey, man, don't give me any junk food, man. Just give me the straight truth. Give me that ecstasy. See, give me revelation. Give me stuff that has, that makes clear what I've read and studied in Prabhupada's books and the Bible even. Give me those revelations that come to you because you worship the Lord in ecstatic devotion. Yeah, let me also worship like that too. Yeah, because it's win-win here, not win-lose. I win a life of being a big Guru Dev because I was initiated by Prabhupada, but I still haven't attained Krishna, but I come off like I got Krishna. And then I die without Krishna, and you die also because I didn't teach you what you're learning here. Anyway, this opportunity to learn here, which delivers both those kind of gurus and their followers, the whole ball of wax, the blind leaders and the blind followers. Everybody gets delivered here. Anybody who will listen, anybody who you want to wake up, come here, we'll wake you up. If you don't wake up with these sweet words, we'll throw cold water on you, and you definitely will wake up. Sweet words, huh? Yeah. Read on there, Tom.
There's one sentence left from the purport. The only remedy is to revert to the service of the Lord, and thus be saved from the material nature's unwanted harassment.
Read that sentence again there, Tom.
The only remedy is to revert to the service of the Lord, and thus be saved from material nature's unwanted harassment.
Yeah, and you see how that works out is, so Prabhupada came, see, service of the Lord. See, serve the Lord according to practice of Vaidhi. Practice the rules, put your dhoti on straight. Let me teach you how to wipe your ass, with your right hand. Preliminaries like that. Beginning stuff, here's how you worship the deity. See, so you start like that. But is that the eternal worship of the Lord? No, not yet. It's meant to progress. Like when you're ready to progress, you come here and you'll go through the baptism of fire, which is the burning up all your false ideas that Krishna is a rule and he's a regulation. No, you find out Krishna is ecstatic devotion that you were resistant to before, that you were adverse to before. And now you want to go through whatever it takes to know the real Krishna. See, you're inspired now. That's called Raganuga Bhakti. You're ready to listen to this message here now. See, now very quickly you enter the loving service of the Lord. How do we know that? You chant Hare Krishna mantra and tears come to your eyes sometimes. Sometimes you laugh like a mad woman or madman. Choking up, all kinds of nice revelations come. You look at Bhagavad Gita and it speaks to you, it sings to you. You get revelation because of intimacy with God you're developing, being with a real guru. You're not idling away your time. Wow, my time is maximized. I get a lot out of this. Go ahead. Read the next verse there.
The next verse.
Or the next, whatever it is.
If the conditioned soul becomes Krishna conscious by the mercy of saintly persons.
Wait a second. Where? Let's see.
That's Maya Lila 20:120.
No, I mean, are you reading from the same place or what?
Next verse.
No, I mean, are you just going to the next sentence?
No, it was finished. But that was I finished the purport, and this is the next verse.
Forget the verse. I don't care. The next sentence, whatever that is.
This is not clear for me.
Don't skip anything. Just
I
go
didn't skip anything.
You didn't. Okay, why is this?
I finished the purport of the previous verse.
Okay, it's not done in verses per se. Okay, did you read Prahlad Maharaj replied?
I don't understand. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Let me look here. Let me look. What's going on here? Let me check this out. Okay, okay here? Let's see here. Okay, read the first word. What you're saying here? Let me find out where you're at. Are you beginning? Just begin at the next sentence so I can see where the heck you're at. Go ahead, say something.
Yeah, I have to find. So I was reading, the previous was Madhya Lila 20:119, and this is Madhya Lila 20:120.
Okay, so you skipped somewhere. I don't know how you skipped here. You skipped, maybe it's different what you're reading here. I don't know. Because so okay, anyway, you know what I see you're not the next thing is it says the next thing is it says here is Srimad Bhagavatam 755. Did you see that?
Okay, yes.
What happened? Okay. Where did you go?
I went to the Veda base, and I went to the actual text.
Oh no! Just read right what's on there.
Okay. So this is very nicely explained, and reference is given by Lord Chaitanya that our whole difficulty, problems, anxiety. A similar verse is in Bhagavad, another place. Srimad Bhagavatam 755. Prahlad Maharaj replied, O best of the Asuras, king of the demons, as far as I have learned from my spiritual master, any person who has accepted a temporary body and temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because of having fallen in a dark well where there is no water but only suffering. One should
we fall into this dark well because just taking birth. This is why the first birth, okay, we have parents and we fall into the Maya. Usually they're not enlightened unless you got a very high birth, okay? Usually you take birth amongst worldly people, worldly father and mother. So they can't help us very well. They can help us survive in the world, learn things about how to survive, go to school and all these things. But you see, in this world, it's all more or less illusions, passion, ignorance, and goodness even. So all these modes, everybody's in this soup, in this energy, this ocean of the modes. So how are you going to get out, really? Nobody is clear. There's more or less unclarity in the world. That's why ultimately you need the association of the parampara system. You need those who have realized what is beyond this ocean of Maya. This comes in disciplic line. That's what these books are. So when you have it in the books and you have a devotee who has not realized that level, then they're going to speculate and misunderstand, and maybe they have material motive there, and they go, "Oh, this is power in these words. Then I can also materially profit. I can buy a few jets with this money I make off of God." Crap like that. So usually got to pass through those persons. But ultimately, you find the person who transmits sincere knowledge as it is and delivers people. And you see, wow, this person, this knowledge must be really good. Look how happy they are. And they are, because this happy it shows you what is real wealth in this world. Nobody knows. People think millions of dollars or billions of dollars is real wealth. That's why they have to have more wealth. These guys are never satisfied. The devotees are satisfied whether they have wealth or no wealth or medium amount, because they're satisfied with devotion, with the truth, man. Beyond this world of passing things, everything. It's like this wind collecting dust and blowing dust all over the place, and you're part of the dust. We're more than that. We're spiritual beings. See, meditate and strengthened and by the spiritual manifestation of God. This is our real root, our real connection, and that's what a guru does. Connects us to that root that's in everybody. See? But Maya is just blowing everybody's consciousness here and there and everywhere. See, this is why these books are so wonderful to discuss this philosophy, these truths, to chant also and understand these things. Yeah, we're not reading from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. We're reading from a transcript of Prabhupada's class, Sachi. You know what? I think we'll stop now. I got to take a bit of a rest here. So, thank you very much. But maybe, Tom, maybe you want to go on and do something here. Maybe you're feeling eager for...
Yeah, I like those eight verses about lukewarm. Maybe I can read them.
Yeah, you can read those on your own thing. I'm going to stop a little bit. I'm going to hold my breath. Okay, thank you very much, peeps. It's fun, man. Can't wait till the next one. Just got to rest the body a little bit, And just because I just kind of... Hare Krishna. Thanks, Eva, for coming, and Sachi, and Lance, and Tom, and Shamaguri, and Amy, and Madhusudan, and everybody else who's here, and Janaki. And we'll be back.